Here's how to align and peak an International ODU using the AIM. By following these steps, you'll be able to effectively align a 95 International ODU in the most efficient manner. First, ensure you have a clear line of sight at the mounting location by using a compass and inclinometer, and that the direction the ODU should point to is known. The tools you will need for aligning and peaking the ODU are your AIM, a coaxial jumper long enough to comfortably connect your AIM to the ODU, and a 13mm combo wrench. After you've attached the LNB and preset the ODU's tilt and elevation according to the settings in AIM for the zip code, place the ODU on the mast. Using your compass, point the ODU in the azimuth direction. Connect the AIM's ODU port to the 95 LNB output. With the AIM powered up, select Install. Validate account information and zip code, then select ODU type. Select the appropriate ODU setting based on the installation, then press Select. Review the switch type and press Select. On the 95 port connection screen, select Flex 1 and press Select. Verify the information on the Modified Job Setup screen and press Select. Review the information on the Pre-configure ODU screen and press Next. Finally, select the 95 ODU and press Select. Let's step back for a moment to talk about the tilt and why it's so important to preset the tilt according to the value provided by the AIM. The satellite at the 95-degree orbital slot is unique in that it operates on vertical and horizontal polarity rather than circular. The ODU tilt is set for horizontal polarity, where the programming resides. Adjusting the tilt may potentially cause the ODU to be peaked on the vertical polarity signal, receiving carrier signal but no content. To peak the azimuth, use the sweep method to move the ODU left and right slightly to maximize the signal on the meter. Move past the peak and then reverse the direction to the maximum signal. When the signal is maximized, tighten the mounting bolts. To peak the elevation, loosen the elevation bolts. Adjust the reflector up and down, moving past the peak, and then reversing to find the maximum reading. When the signal is maximized, tighten the elevation bolts. Press Next on the AIM. As long as your mount is level, your tilt preset will allow you to reach maximum peak. Press Next again. On the EIV at ODU screen, select Run EIV. If passed, fully tighten all hardware to ensure ODU components will not move out of alignment. If you do not pass EIV, check all cables and connection between the meter and the LNB, and repeat the aligning and peaking process. In practice, a 95 International ODU will always be installed in addition to a slimline KAKU ODU and swim module, so the 101 LNB is not typically needed on the 95 International ODU. On a swim installation, connect the coaxial jumper to flex port 1 on the multi-switch. Flex port 2 is not used. The 4 lines from the KAKU ODU attach to the first 4 inputs of the swim module. For more videos and information about the aligning and peaking process, search the doc using keyword AIM.
A couple of things that I've learned during the aligning and peaking. So what I find a lot of students sometimes do is when they grab the dish, they're kind of pulling up on it and they're manipulating the dish more than they need to. All they need to really do is just guide the dish the azimuth direction. Once they lock on, then it's just finding the correct elevation. So that's one thing. They kind of overbend, they catch signal and they think that's where they're at, and as soon as they let go, that's when they drop off a signal. The second thing that I found, and even being a tech myself, is the dish is heavy from the front. So when you lock on a signal, sometimes you have to overcompensate a degree or two before you tighten it down. So before you lock it in place, you might want to raise it a degree or two. You are going to drop in signal, but once you tighten down, it's going to drop right into the place where you want it. Once everything's nice and snug and tightened up, you can just check it just to see if your signal gets higher, if you pull on the right side, or if you pull on the left side, or from the top, or push from the top. If you gain signal, then you know you're not at max peak. There still is optimal signal to gain. So those are just a couple of things that I've seen as a tech, and I've also seen with my new hire classes.